yeah. And she is assisted by photographer Jenny Sanders. Now please welcome the players. Our first pair are Paul Green and Anna Green. And their opponents, Joseph Hunter and Tiana Lee.
Welcome back. We are about to decide the first national champions of the 2025 Mark Bates Limited National Championships. It's the mixed doubles final. We've got the local kids, the twins, Connor and Anna. They've matched each other's careers almost step for step. Connor probably a little bit ahead of Anna in terms of how many national titles he's won through the age groups, but they've pretty much matched each other, and they're going to be up against the second seeds, Joseph Hunter and Tia Yu. And, both of those have had experience of finals day in the past. Joseph, alongside Larry Trumpauskas, got to the men's doubles final last year. Tia got to the semi-finals of the women's singles and took Tintin Ho to a seventh. So this is going to be a fascinating match, and I've got a perfect guest commentator alongside me. Gabriel Ashenpong, welcome. How do you think this one's going to go?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I think based on the chemistry between the twins, I would say they're probably slight favourites, having played together throughout the age groups, probably know each other's games very well. So, but I'm expecting a good match because obviously Tia and Joe have come through some tough matches to get here. So, yeah, looking forward to a good game of table tennis.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes in the semi-finals. Tia and Joseph came through against last year's runners-up, Cheyenne Siraj and Jasmine Wong. And for Connor and Anna, it was in three straight. And that was against Sophie Early and Robert Pelk, who of course knocked out the top seeds in the first round, Tintin Ho and Tom Jarvis. So we'll see Joe Outhwaite, the umpire there, assisted by Jenny Sanders. They will just deal with the formalities and we'll go into the knock-up. So just to talk you through the run to the final. So second seeds, as I say, Joseph Hunter and Tia Yu. Started with a 3-0 win over Artur Caltabiano and Erin Green, older sister of Connor and Anna. And then quarterfinals, it was 3-2, close match. And they were actually 2-1 down in that to Andrew Bagley and Rebecca Savage. We don't see Andrew in the doubles very often. And then semi-final, they beat Cheyenne Siraj and Jasmine Wong 3-1. And up in the top half of the draw, well, that first match yesterday afternoon, Sophie and Robert coming through 3-2, and they were 2-1 down in that match, coming through against the top seeds Tom Jarvis and Tintin Ho. They then defeated Josh Bennett and Letitia McMullen 3-1 and then 3-0 in the semi. Yeah, I beg your pardon. Connor and Anna beating Jakub Pivovar and Darcy Proud in the first round, and then Max Radivan and Rachel Ars, and then of course the surprise package of Robert Pelk and Sophie Early. So underway, early 2-1 lead for the twins, Connor and Anna.
Yeah, both pairings just settle into the game here. trading blows. That's a great open up by Connor there.
Nicely put away as well by Anna.
You see, he sets that up very nicely. First ball straight into the middle, get a soft receive, and Anna puts it away.
And Tia just showing that she can put away just as effectively as Anna. That thumping backhand down the line.
Just add a bit of commentary on that. Tia uses pimples on her backhand, so very different type of rubber. It allows her to hit through the ball a lot more than when you play with smooth rubbers, which require more spin to get the ball up and over the net.
Yeah, a nice set up. Third ball attack effective by Connor, giving them a 2-point lead.
It's a great serve, misread there by Connor. Good bit of backspin, and Connor dumps it in the net. Oh, that's a great backhand there. Big open up from Anna there. Straight winner.
We've got two pairs of right-handers here, no lefties on display. Just how much difference is there if you've got a left-handed partner?
I'd say usually when you've got a mix of right-hander, left-hander, that usually typically does better. It's better for the rotation between the players. Being a right-handed player, you usually have to try and make sure you get out of the way of your partner, whereas being a right-hander, left-hander, you can stay on your own sides. It's also very helpful in serve and serve receive, because the left-hander will be playing from their natural service position.
As I say, we don't have any left-hand, right-hand combinations here today, and the pair nearest the camera, Connor and Anna Green, now moving into a 5-point lead. This is taking a similar pattern to their semi-final actually against Sophie and Robert, but just clawing a point back there, the pair at the far end, staying in contention. They probably need to win certainly 3 of the next 4 points, you would think.
Yeah, just to keep the pressure on. I think it'll be good for them to pick up one of the next 2 balls.
Well, they can't do it on that occasion though, as the receive goes into the net, so 5 game points on Anna Green's serve. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great backhand. Look at that straight winner from Connor. That's his party piece right there. Excellent backhand.
Sort of a typical doubles game in many ways. That there's a lot of trying to get in on the third ball. You know,
Exactly.
Set the serve, sets it up, and then the applying the finishing touch on the third ball. Is that
For sure.
that's the traditional doubles tactic, if you like?
Yeah, I'd say for doubles, it's best to keep things simple. Because obviously you're playing. The aim is to set up your partner. You want to put them in the best position to follow up for the next shot. So obviously you don't have the feedback of playing the previous shot, so it's quite difficult to understand what ball is coming back on it. So it's really important that you're able to communicate clearly with your opponent, with your teammate even, and just be clear on what ball you're receiving.
A lot of people who are watching this game will be familiar with the signals that the players do under the table, but there'll be some who think, what on earth's that all about? So tell us, what is it all about?
Yeah, so in doubles particularly, service and serve receive is very important. So again, being the receiver of the third ball, you're not really in control of the serve. So you want to be able to understand what shot you're expected to receive on the next ball. So people will typically say whether they're serving backspin, topspin, float, give an idea of the length of the serve as well. So then that can set up their opponent, their teammate for the next ball.
And it's about ensuring that they're in the right position to deal with it as well. Just not know what's coming back, but get the feet moving, get into the right position. So first point of the second game going to Hunter and you. Oh, and the second one, don't like to see too many freebies, I guess, serving into that. It happens, you're trying to be so precise to get it just over the net that I'm slightly surprised you don't see it a bit more often. Maybe you do in the local leagues, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think so. It's a national final. We expect them to practice hours and hours with their service. So
Just an early 3-point lead there and make that 4.
It started really well here. It's just what they would have wanted coming out of the coming into the second set, having lost the first.
Yeah, absolutely important to just try and reverse that momentum and get, well, 4-0 lead, very handy. A rare rally that lasts more than 3 or 4 shots there, actually. But first point on the board for the Greens, still 3 behind. Joseph will feel he missed out there.
Yeah, he'll be ruin that miss.
Yeah, and I just popped it up a little bit too much, but the flick off the net takes it long, and 4-2 looks an awful lot better than 5-1.
It does for sure. It does for sure. I think it's a bit of a common theme at the moment in the hall this weekend. The loose balls are finding it a bit more difficult to be put away. The hall's been a bit of a slower hall, so the ball's stopping a bit more, so it's a bit difficult to find that timing.
What's the reasoning behind that? Is it to do with the ball, the type of ball? Is it the tables? Is it the ambience? You know, the airflow almost in the hall.
Yeah, I'd say. Obviously, I've been competing over the weekend as well. So, we're playing in the practice hall, and that feels completely different to play at the playing hall. So, I say the main difference is the size of the courts and the compactness of them. So, there's a lot of space between the match courts. So, the ball tends to come through a lot slower, whereas in the practice hall it's a lot tighter and the ball comes through a lot quicker, so it's a bit of an adjustment between the two halls.
How hard is it for the players to adjust to that? I mean, is it something you just get used to? The more years you play, the better you become at it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to adapt to play in all situations. I mean, both pairs of players will be going through the same thing, so you need to be able to adapt to that quickly.
And, Hunter and you just maintaining a steady lead at the moment, 7-4 up with one serve to come from Hunter. Straight back where it came from, no returning that.
Not at all. It's a brilliant flick.
Just going back to just learning to play in all sorts of conditions. What's it like with the crowd behind you? I mean, you've been on the courts over this weekend and you've had a couple of great moments at the Nationals. I remember you beating Sam Maybe a couple of years ago, which was a great performance. There's some great pictures of you celebrating that. But what's it like playing in front of a crowd?
In front of a crowd, I think it depends on the type of character you are, type of person you are. But for me personally, I love it. I feel like you can really thrive off that support. Gets you going, keeps you motivated. So yeah, for me personally, I feel like it adds to your game for sure. And even if it's going against you, it's good to have that. Just have that feeling that there's something more going on within the court.
Yeah, you had a nice little cheerleading section yesterday when you played Casper. I think we had a local school in yesterday, and yeah, they certainly enjoyed that match. And well, that takes the deficit down to 2 points there. Connor and Anna just beginning to creep back into this. They've been behind. They lost the first 4 points of this game. They've been behind all the way, but just whittled it back to 2.
Yeah, this point will be crucial. 8-7 and 9-6, big difference. So
yeah, and, maybe the crack in the ball. There's a big top edge there from. I didn't see if it was Tia or Joseph actually, but there was a big top edge anyway, and maybe there's just a little crack appeared. Get the microscope out.
Yeah, always best to just give it a change, get that out of the heads.
Could be a little flat spot or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's the thing with these balls. I think the Butterfly have got a stronger ball than quite a lot of them that are on the market at the moment. So they don't always crack when they're hit with a top edge. Whereas you'll see other balls, they crack straight away. Whereas the Butterfly ones might dent, which means that it's still playable. However, that can slightly affect the flight of the ball. So you don't quite get the consistency that you're used to with a fully round ball.
Well, certainly taking their time just working out if this ball, it looks like we might be going to carry on with it. Potentially that is a little flat spot or dimple in the ball that someone has spotted, but disagreement over whether it was actually there perhaps. Anyway, we're back underway, and great drive by Connor, but came back from Tia, and Anna couldn't put it away, so it has gone 9-6 rather than 8-7.
Yeah, crucial point for sure. So we've got a bit of breathing room, and a second serve to come. So I think Joe and Tia will be liking his position. And another great third ball. You see that serve and receive, so important.
And I like their position even more now because they've got 4 game points to tie it up at 1 apiece.
That's a great change of serve there from Anna. Typically tried to serve short in the doubles, but it's a very long serve and caught Joe.
Yeah, certainly wrong-footed him. And was that a back edge, I think?
Yeah.
So 2 long serves and the longest possible serve almost there, catching the back edge. But
yeah. Interesting change of tactics has come to fruition.
Keep the opponent guessing, always a good thing, no matter what sport you're playing.
But Tia puts it away on that third ball and ties it up at 1-1.
Yep, 3rd game point taken, 1-1. Just looking over into the corners, it's all dads in the corners. That's Tia's dad with Joseph and her, and Mark Green, father of Connor and Anna from the Draycott Club. So one of the nice things about the Nationals actually is that you get coaches who have the chance to coach here who perhaps wouldn't, because they're parents of players. There's plenty of good coaches here, don't get me wrong, who are full-time coaches, but there are others who may not necessarily be full-time coaches, but just here to help their children or siblings or grandchildren in some cases. Who coaches you?
Typically, I would say my coach Bavin, back at London Academy. He's my main coach, but unfortunately he's not unable to make it this weekend. So I've had Sienna coaching me, and I'll be returning the favour later when she takes on the number 1 seed, Tintin.
And you played in the doubles together as well.
We also played in doubles together. Yeah, unfortunate to go out in the first round, but had a good match against Letitia and Josh Burnett. Close seeders is now in the 5th, so.
Sienna's won several national titles through the age groups. What sort of a prospect is she?
I think she can go as far as she wants to go, really. She's got all the talent that's required to be a top player, and it looks like she's on the way there.
Yeah, she's got a good work ethic as well, which I guess that goes without saying that you need that, but not everyone has it to the same level. She's certainly got that work ethic. Good parental support as well.
Definitely. Sometimes parents can be the unsung heroes, so it's always nice to be able to pay them homage when that time comes.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tia then just powering the backhand away and tying it up at 1-1. But Green's now on serve, so they'll be looking to take both of these and open an early lead in this 3rd. Straight into the body of Joseph. Joseph couldn't quite close his wrist around that one and get it back on. So yeah, that's
a great flick from Connor there. He takes it really early, gives Joe very little time to be able to react to that ball.
You just got to hope you can get bat on it and it somehow makes its way back over the net. Just an important point there as well. Again, didn't want that early lead going to 4-1. It's back to 3-2 on Tia's serve. Just flicking the top of the net and going long. So 4-2 at the first towel break. Just a reminder, it's every 6 points you can use your towel.
I just want to go back to Tia's serve there. You'll notice that she does change to a smooth side. So Tia uses a smooth rubber and a pimples rubber. Typically switches to the smooth side so she can get more spin on her serve.
Is that something she does more on the backhand?
Yeah.
4-3 again, just keeping in touch, just not letting the lead open up too much. Still early days. I won't be too worried to have a 1-point deficit at this stage.
And again, great third ball from Connor there. Big backhand across, and just too much power to be able to handle it.
It's just the weight of the shot, and Joe would have tried to just close his wrist on it and deaden it as much as he could, I guess, but just too much power, as you say. Joseph just maybe lost the flight of that one.
Yeah, I think it's quite a loopy ball, a hit very close to the white line. It's quite difficult to judge that, especially when the trajectory is very different. You're used to having shots coming through a bit flatter. That one looked to be a bit more loopy. So it's difficult to judge.
Again, just keeping in touch. That lead had grown to 3 points and threatening to stretch away the greens, but just still keeping them within arm's length.
Again, third ball attack. The most important play in table tennis. That third ball. Generally, if you're able to hit a strong third ball, you win the point.
Or you could just do it in two.
That's it. And that's why serve and serve receive is so important, to be able to set up that third ball. So if your serve is a bit looser and weak, you can get a strong receiver serve. It's quite difficult to take advantage of that third ball attack.
So 7-5 then, just players back at the table after that second towel break of the game. Again, just the spin on the serve there, just Connor not able to get a bat on that one.
Yeah, I think it's also the length of it. It was very half long, just making it a bit difficult for Connor to judge whether it's short or long. He just misjudges it there.
Made up with it, made up for it with a good receive on that second serve from Tia. So opening up the 2-point lead once again, 8-6. Tia control the return quite nicely there, but
it's a great bit of feeling there from Connor to be able to chop the ball. He gets a load of backspin, and Joe just can't quite handle it. It's puts in the bottom of the net.
Something we've seen, I don't know if it's maybe coming increasingly into the game, the chop block. Charles Morgall uses it to great effect, of course. It's always been in the game. Is it kind of an in-fashion shot at the moment?
Yeah, I'd say it's trendy. I think Marlon probably brought into the game a bit before Charles, but Charles is definitely a big part of his game. It's just great to be able to change the pace of the game. Typically, table tennis is played very quick, so putting a chop block in there slows the game down, puts a different type of spin on the ball, can make it a bit difficult to adjust to, especially when you're expecting the ball so quick.
Yeah. 3 game points, and there it is on the first one. Connor just with that backhand that Joseph can't return, and we are 2-1 lead for the Green Twins. Yeah, the variation of pace of play is something that perhaps the people who don't play the sport. I play socially. I don't play at any kind of competitive level, but just the variations of pace is something that perhaps doesn't get all that much coverage. It's quite an important part of the game.
Definitely. I mean, within table tennis, variation is key. Spin, speed. But yeah, I think with spin you can probably tell a bit more of the bat angles. But with speed, I think particularly with the camera angles that you play with within table tennis, being sort of more of a bird's eye view, it's quite difficult to have that appreciation for it. I think if it's taken more from the close to the courts, from a bit of a side angle, you're able to appreciate that a little bit more, and then be able to understand like the loop and the spin on the ball, the arc that the ball's making.
Yeah, it's an important variation in tactic, isn't it, as well? Because if you're settling into just smacking the ball back and forth, you can settle in almost to a rhythm.
Exactly.
So suddenly you put in a slightly slower one.
Yeah,
and
it's very disruptive.
Yeah,
very disruptive.
So fourth game, 2-1 to the Greens, and they will start this game. Anna will serve. Looks like she's going to go on the backhand. Connor doing the right thing, trying to get in on that third, but just catching the net. Makes amends.
Yeah, it's a big rally. Great open up there from Anna, and Connor follows up with the 5th ball attack. That's a great change there from Connor. Going a bit of a strawberry receive there. Tia pops it up, however Anna can't quite put that away. It's a bit more backspin than she had anticipated. And then yeah, it's a great flick there from Joe, but Tia can't quite capitalise.
Yeah, 2-2 nice and tight at the start of this fourth game.
I think we found it's been quite nip and tuck at the start of most of the games here. It's nice to see it not just run away.
There was just that one, wasn't there, where it was the first 4 points, I think, that went to Tia and Joseph. But yeah, you're right. It's been not more than a point or two in it until the middle of the game, and it started to get to 5-3, 6-4, that kind of thing. If you're 2-1 down, do you change the way you're playing?
I think typically they haven't really been doing anything wrong. What a point that is.
Joseph ending up on the floor.
He does well to claw that back on the table, but Connor takes no prisoners there and just puts that straight away. But yeah, going back to change of tactics, I don't think they're doing too much wrong there. All I'll say is Anna, the twins, are typically just being the ones to get in first, capitalising on that third ball attack. So I would say only real change is from Joe and Tia. Try to keep the game tight. Don't let your opponent get in and look for your opportunities to attack first.
Yeah, I think the Greens, it's just the consistently putting tight serves on, and maybe just slightly more consistent than Joe and Tia on the first ball.
Yeah.
Timeout now called by the pair that are behind at the moment. See if they can tweak something. Need a direct line to you on the gantry here. They'll see. Talking sense.
Let's see if there's any changes that I made. I mean, I'm available. Can always dial me in.
There's that culture at London Academy, isn't there, of everybody coaching. Everybody learns how to do that from an early age.
Yeah, I think it's great to have that team spirit at the school. Just everyone being there for each other at the end of the day. As much as table tennis on the table, a lot of times in an individual sport, but you still need a team around you. You're not able to get to the highest level by yourself. You need your practice partners, you need your coaches, you need your sparring partners, you need your friends, you need your family. There's a lot that goes into creating a top player, more than just the person themselves. There's a whole community that's built around it.
Yeah, absolutely, and the support as well at London Academy. I'm sure you've great success over the years at the Butterfly Schools events, but you've probably won one or two there that you wouldn't have won, but the support has dragged you over the line. Yeah,
I mean, I think table tennis needs the community, just to help grow the sport. That's a great third ball.
Joe's a little bit hesitant on the third ball, and it was a bit of a nothing return at the end. And Connor leapt all over it. So 2-point lead, closing in on this senior national title. It would be a first.
That's a great change there from Connor. Rather than going short back, he realised he got there a little bit late, and he went very long out wide into the forehand. And Tia couldn't quite adapt.
Turning the screw now, 4-point lead, and only 4 more points needed for Connor and Anna Green to lift their first senior national title.
We'll see, I think the last few points, whoever attacks wins. Again.
Yeah, second ball that time, but just loading up that spin on that backhand receive. Has a look of inevitability about it now.
Yeah, Connor's really finding his groove here, playing great around the net, being really nice and loose from that flick, putting the ball in good positions, making it very difficult. It's one wide to the forehand, the next one into the backhand. He's really finding his rhythm.
A bit of a conference between the twins there. This could be done over the next 2 serves. Oh. Well, that was inventive.
Very inventive. Again, good bit of feeling there from Connor. Showtime at the moment.
And the courage to do that when you're only 2 points from the title as well.
Yeah, exactly.
7 match points. Not this time.
Heavy receiver there from Tia. And I can't quite lift it over the net.
And Joseph goes long with the third ball, and it's all over. The first senior national title for Connor, and Anna Green defeating Tia Yu and Joseph Hunter by 3 games to 1.
Big congrats to the twins. I imagine they would have won the event throughout all the age groups now, and to win the first senior title together, it must be amazing.
They've certainly won their share over the years, yeah. And I think it was last year's junior nationals. I actually thought they were going to win their titles with about 8 seconds of each other.
Oh wow!
And then Tia just managed to save a couple of match points, and Anna was going. It went on for about another couple of minutes. Anna always having a match point, and Tia. But yeah, twins winning within 8 seconds would have been a great story, but not quite to be on that occasion. But today, they would win it at the same time, obviously being a double, but they still had to do it, and congratulations to them. Well, don't go away. We are going to be back in just a few minutes, so about 15 minutes or so, when the women's singles first round starts on Table 1. We're on YouTube, and head over to TTE TV. We are now going to be back on all 6 tables from 15 minutes time, the first round of the men's and women's singles. Don't go away.
Thank you, Paul and Gabriel, for that commentary on the mixed doubles finals. We're going to be taking you to the podium in just a few seconds. The first victory of the competition, and a fantastic final to watch. I'm really pleased for the Green Twins. They're both incredibly dedicated, hard-working individuals. Have been, playing on the scene, cadets, juniors, a long time. I think they've paired up a couple of times at this event. Really fantastic to see all of that hard work and dedication paying off in the final. As Paul mentioned, we are back live on all 6 tables in about 15 minutes' time. That's Table 1, will still be on YouTube, will be over here. And Table 2 will be across tte.tv for the rest of the day.
Can I ask you to hold this? Sorry, I just need to adjust the settings.
Do I look okay? Should I put my makeup on this morning?
Can't like cartwheel in and catch them all on the thing, can you? That would make it.
Listen, this is live on YouTube, so picking up the audio. Picking up the audio. You alright to pass them that to take the selfie on?
Put it on that table. And I'll do it after I've done all of it. Is it
Thank
a
you,
point
lovely.
back or just
That's
normal?
normal. One, two, and three.
It's now time for the mixed doubles medal ceremony. The medals will be presented by Drew Parker, MD, President of Table Tennis England, and the trophy will be presented by John Parker, Director of Table Tennis England. The bronze medals go to Robert Pell and Sophie Early, and Charlie Gillard and Edward Watt. And the gold medals and Mark International Mixed Doubles Champions for 2025 are Conor Green and Anna Green. So, presenting the medals we have Drew Parker, MBE, President of Table Tennis England. presenting the trophy is Don Harper, Director of Association England. And once again, we are 2024-25 mixed doubles champions, Podium and Anna Reid.
Yeah.
That's our winners posing for the obligatory photo there. And in a minute, we're going to have a little interview with the victors, Connor and Anna. Really chuffed for them. I think this is a very well-deserved victory. So Connor will be joining you on the ground in a second for an interview with Connor and Anna.
First of all, congratulations on being mixed doubles champions. Tell us about the route to the final. How did you get here?
I think we had some like battles along the way. Like it was never easy. It was a bit close, a bit shaky. But I think we found our rhythm quite quickly to get through.
Obviously, being twins, growing up together, playing table tennis together, got to be some sort of partnership there. Good connection. Do you think you make a good team?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really easy for us to talk about what we want to do and I don't know how we're feeling or what's the right thing to do at the time. We can kind of feel it. We can feel it a lot easier. I mean, I can say whatever to her as well. So it's really easy for us to gel as a team.
Obviously, Connor, you were under 21 men's singles champion, but Anna, this is your first senior national title.
So now we go on to the round of 16 singles.
And in the rest of the tournament, what are your expectations and goals for the singles and the doubles?
I just want to get as far as possible.
Tough draw.
I don't know. People keep saying this to me, but I think every draw is a tough draw. So I think every match at a time. And, I want to win as many matches as possible. So yeah, that's the target for me.
Anna?
Same thing. See how it goes. Keep trying to win and see where it gets me.
Well, congratulations, guys. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Cheers. Thanks. I don't know why, because I'm just going to do it.
Welcome back to the Mark Bates Senior National Championships. If you're just joining us now, this is women's singles round of 16. Top seed Tintin Ho versus Sienna Jetha. An interesting match. Sienna, one of our youth squad members, up against established champion Tintin. Tintin will be looking to keep her title and match the record of Jill Parker, who's got the reigning amount of titles at 7. Tintin strikes first blood. I think the pressure will be on Sienna to try and make her mark in this early round match. A tough draw for Sienna. Especially kind of first on in the round. She'll have to be sharp to do damage against Tintin. Tintin, of course, being a pen grip player with pimps. Incredibly consistent, incredible kind of flat hit. Sienna's going to have to think tactically and creatively in order to break that consistency, break that concentration on Tintin's side. So far, a rocky start for the challenger. First error there from Tintin. Slightly overhitting, maybe rushing into that backhand hit a little bit. Sienna trying to roll over Tintin's serve with a bit of a banana flick. It's going a bit wide. I don't think she's quite worked out what it is that she needs to do at this stage in the game. That's a good response, a good length into Tintin's backhand. So far, Tintin's just been too quick and too solid, too consistent for Sienna. Sienna's making a lot of unforced errors in this first game. And again in the net. She might be using this as a bit of a warm-up. She might be putting her bat in the way of some of Tintin's spin. Just try and get a feel for the ball, a feel for the match. But you can see she's got quite negative body language right now. She's not playing as positively as she'd like. And that's the first game sealed very comfortably by Tintin against Sienna. I think Sienna just couldn't get going in that game at all. I think Tintin wouldn't let her get into the game, wouldn't let her get into the rallies. Sienna is usually, good off the tight, quick rallies, but she's not as consistent as Tintin. She hasn't been able to respond to some of those really quick backhands from Tintin. And Sienna keeps, she's not been returning it in a very strong manner either. She's kind of been returning it back into Tintin's bat, which is where she wants it really, and Tintin's been making her move a bit more, switching her down the lines. I think this next one, I think Sienna will get into the match a little bit more. She's played one game. I think she'll be looking to see what she can do against the reigning champion. I think more than anything, this is a good way to test your progress, test how far you've come, especially as a youth squad member. More positive body language there from Sienna. She was on her toes a bit more. You can see the bouncing. She's trying to really focus in on the ball. A nice dig there. A little bit more backspin. Stopping Tintin from downright just attacking. Coming in with the pimps with a nice flat hit. Tintin generates a lot of power on that smack as well. It's very difficult to return, especially with this like close to the table kind of game. Oh, that's definitely more like it for Sienna. She was in the rally a lot more then. Almost taking a little bit of a step back off the table, giving her a bit more time. Tintin plays a very fast game. And I think Sienna's trying to stay close to the table isn't necessarily working out for her. So taking that little step back, giving herself a few extra milliseconds to get into the rally. I think it's a good idea. It was a nice opening from Sienna there, but not spinny enough, nor fast enough to really do damage. I think Tintin was ready, waiting, and went through it like butter. Really sharp down the line. Tintin. One thing that I love about Tintin is that you'll never see her drop her quality of play. She's always consistent. It doesn't matter who she's playing, you know, whether or not she's due to win or not, she always puts in 110%. Her placement is always so deliberate. She's always thinking about tactically about her opponent and what she can do to disrupt, what she can do to get the advantage. You'll never see her give away an easy point. Never. Unfortunately for Sienna, there's too many unforced errors on her part, and with the quality that Tintin's giving back, she's making this game look incredibly easy. Second game to Tintin. On Facebook I can see one says, pause the game, Cyan's coming now. Not quite sure who Cyan is, but we have got Cheyenne Suraj on table 2, if that's who you mean. Table 2 is being streamed live on tte.tv, as well as tables 3 to 6. We're covering the entire event over the weekend. First time we've been able to do it, so a great achievement. So we've got this table 1 coverage now on YouTube, but if you want to see Cheyenne's game, head over to tte.tv. He's on there right now playing against the beast, Louis Price. That'll be a great game. Looking over at the scores, it's already quite tight. I think Louis Price is leading 9-6. So if you fancy giving that game a watch, head on over to tte.tv. And it's table 2 if you want to watch Louis Price and Cheyenne Suraj. But back here on table 1, Sienna to serve against Tintin. Oh, and a good first point. We've got a bit more of a rally there from Sienna. Tintin does manage to take it. But you can see as the games have got on, I think Sienna has upped her game. We're seeing much more positive body language from the young player. I think her headspace has altered a little bit. I think because, you know, when you've got an opponent that's so strong, you can only kind of go big or go home. You've got to give it your best effort. And I think, you know, props to Sienna. every game, although Tintin's been incredibly consistent. I think she has upped her game, she has made it harder, she has been getting more on the table. It's quite a nice little side spin serve that Sienna's got. You can see it curling into Tintin's forehand. I think, a lesser player might be inclined to just try and hit it just a little bit too soon, and then you'd see it kind of curl past. But, Tintin, being the pro that she is, she can see the spin that's on that ball. She knows to kind of judge it as it curves. She knows to come round it slightly to get that placement on the table. Good placement there from Sienna, but it's almost she's playing catch up really to Tintin, who seems to be leading the dance in a lot of respects. And a great flat hit there. So quick, close to the table. Oh, she set herself up there. I think she'd be annoyed that she missed that one. It was a nice high ball, primed for being killed, and Tintin was out of position as well and just missed. That was a nice. She gets nice length on those backhands, Sienna. It's risky to return it back into Tintin's backhand. She always seems ready for it, but the length of it sometimes seems to catch her out, especially because Tintin plays so close to the table. And with that, Tintin made that look incredibly easy, and Sienna is not an easy player to play. She's a really, really solid upcoming player, but Tintin's quality, she kept her quality the whole way through. She kept it very tight. She made that look very easy. If you're watching us on YouTube, please keep engaged down in the comments. If you've got someone that you'd like to hear up in the commentary box, let me know your suggestions. We might be able to see if we can pull them up for a couple of games. If you've got any suggestions of who you'd like to hear in the commentary box, please let us know. Yesterday we had the Beast, Louis Price, and also Chris Duran did a stint. This morning we had Gabriel Achapong joining us. He had a great first stint. He's currently coaching Sienna now. Sienna coming from London Academy. Beyond the Box podcast asks updates on the other women's matches. Well, I'm going to look over from the commentary box now and give you a little bit of an update. Over on table 3, we've got Tia Yu playing Erin Green. It looks like Tia Yu is up 6-2. I can't see the match score, but that'll be over on table 3 on tte.tv. where you can go and see that match. And I think that's the only other women's match on currently from the round of 16. So Beyond the Box podcast, it's either here on YouTube, or if you go into table 3 on tte.tv, you'll be able to see the other women's matches running concurrently. Timeout's now just been called. I think that was a timeout for Siena. Talking to her coach, Gabriel. Siena's a former London Academy player. There's some great young players coming in from London Academy, including the current, I think it's the under 11 or possibly cadet champion. I have to ask Paul Stinson to fact check me there. I was lucky enough to be playing at a London Academy competition at the weekend, and so fantastic to see some of the younger girls coming through. You know, playing against the men, giving them a real run for their money. It was brilliant to see. Oh, table tennis is brilliant like that. You can see an 11-year-old girl that can barely see over the table, you know, defeating a 30-odd-year-old man. It's one of the things that makes the mixed doubles so interesting to me. Back in on this match. A good return there from Siena. Instead putting it into the forehand. Not where Tintin was expecting it there. And a nice flick as well from Siena. It can be difficult when you've had an easy time against an opponent to then pull it back. Siena taking her time now. You can see the determination on her face. She really wants to at least put a challenge to Tintin. I think the speed is definitely something that's catching her unawares. I think I mean, obviously this is a massive generalisation, but I think women's matches do tend to be a little bit faster than the men's. You'll see a lot more play close to the table. The rallies can be incredibly quick. Nico says, Siena post-match interview. You know what? That'd be a really good idea. We'll have to see how she does after this. If you keep an eye on our social medias, that might be something that we can do for you. Siena might also be somebody that I can try and convince to come into the commentary box with me. It'd be really nice to hear her thoughts on some of the games going on here on Table 1. We'll see how she's feeling. Oh, what a rally. Some brilliant exchanges there. Siena's counter is very strong, really. I think she's maybe even used to receiving more spin than what Tintin's giving her, because she kind of comes over the ball. She's got a really lovely technique on that brush, coming right over the top of it. I can imagine against a very spinny player, her having no problem with that at all, but I think that the speed and the flatness of Tintin's hit, especially with the pimps, it's a different style. It's a clash of styles, and it's not an easy thing to come up against in the round of 16 in the draw. So all props to Siena. A very difficult match to come into straight away for the women's singles, but I think she's an upcoming star, and I think she's definitely one to watch in future national champions. It might not be her year this year, but I guarantee she'll be back in a big way. You know, she only improves every year that I see her. We're going to have a quick break here now until the next round of matches here on Table 1. If you want to keep watching, every other table is being streamed live on tte.tv. Table 2, we've got the Beast Louis Price versus Cheyenne Siraj. On Table 3, we've got another women's match. We've got Tia Yu versus Erin Green. Siblings Anna Green and Connor Green won the mixed doubles this morning. You can watch that match back on the live stream, on the YouTube live stream. On table 4, on the far side, we've got Abraham Salado and Connor Green, which looks to be a really tight match, although it looks like Connor is taking the lead currently. He's 2 matches over Abraham. And beneath me, on table 5, I think it is, we've got Andrew Bagley versus Toby Ellis, which looks to be an absolute battle. A battle of styles, a battle of wills, some really quality table tennis. That's table 5 and table 6. I'm struggling to see. We've got Naomi Asadon versus David McBeath. There we go. I managed to see over the top. Which also seems to be a close match. 1 game each on that one. So that's table 6. We'll be back on table 1 with some more action shortly.